Now, I'm still not well enough to be doing a lot, but I was called to be here because what we're doing is we're healing at a whole new level. We're healing to the core. I have I go through the same stuff as you guys. In fact, I go through a lot, and I think that it's so that I can be here and understand what I understand. I've experienced a lot of pain and a lot of heartache, as well as a lot of actual pain. My spinal injury has made it hard for me to be able to do normal tasks and live an everyday normal life. When I was 11, I was tobogganing and I crashed into a tree, and the branch stuck in my back all the way to my spine. The thing is that it took 5 years to heal, but it's living with chronic pain. It's it's feeling ill from pain and having people judge me my whole entire life, having people look at me and say, "What's wrong with her? She looks fine. Why isn't she?" And not only that, I've suffered from a great deal of anxiety and depression along the way. The fear of death, the fear of not making it, the fear of what will people think of me, what do people think of me, and constantly wearing the energetic burdens of people judging me. I had to let that go because it was killing me. And I feel as though I've reached the end of what I am doing here at this part of my expansion. And it's also connected to my ancestral wounds and what I came here to cleanse, which is addiction. Addiction and fear. Those are for me my biggest two, as well as overworking, never quitting. I don't know how to quit, and that's what got me here to begin with. I am an extremist that needs to balance my life. And I run from my pain. I run from it. But it caught up to me. As that's life, right? It caught up to me. And I have to deal with it. I have to deal with the rest of what I came here to do. And I came here to expand. I came here to know better. I came here to know that it's time for me to put down my burdens and stop running from my pain and actually deal with it. Now I've expanded here with School for the Fool. I have changed. But it's time for me to change some more. And I'm sharing my experience with you guys so that we can connect, to resonate with. Because this can be, our story can either be a triumph or a tragedy. It's up to us, and we can always let fear or our pain have that pen. But if we can let higher self and the child have that pen, we are living in a higher vibration. And it's really understand what we're building is for the collective. Our patterns of energy are left for the collective. And it's understanding the responsibility in that. It's very humbling. It's very beautiful too. And if you're joining me here as a twin flame, it's also understanding that the responsibility of the light, being here to work with the divine at such an intense level. It's a gift. It's not something of the ego. It's not like, ooh, I'm a twin flame. Ooh, it's whoa. What a freaking responsibility. Wow, this is what I'm here to do. I'm here to grow and expand and heal and change the world. And I'm here to not just live in my own land and be lost within my pain. It's to connect my universe with the universes without me and expand, but also learn how to protect my universe and allow my universe to flourish. And this is about your universes flourishing, but connecting with other universes without to harmonize with, because we are all one. Now, this is going to go back to our last card here. Times we're in. Healing at all levels of being. As I open my heart to unconditional love and allow myself to reawaken to ancient knowledge that lies deep within my cellular memory, I allow the Merkaba to reactivate and promote healing on all levels of my being. The Merkaba has shown up today to inform you that it is time to fully open your heart and awaken the mind to let the Merkaba access your mind, body, and soul to take you on a grand journey of promoting healing on all levels of your physical and spiritual being. When the Merkaba is fully activated, you begin your ascension process, lifting your vibrations and expanding your electromagnetic field to allow healing on all levels and to help you on your journey of self-healing and self-discovery. Your soul journey will now be accelerated. Now, the sacred geometry of this card is, it comprises of two tetrahedrons that make a three-dimensional shape of the Star of David. And the Star of David is very important. That is the meeting of the masculine and feminine energies. We are activated. We're activated with creation. I believe the child is present as well within that core. Now, when this was first discovered, it was said that the rotating light spun at the speed of light. However, these days the Merkaba is not switched on, as it used to be. After the fall of Atlantis, the Merkaba stopped spinning. We are here now to reactivate our own Merkaba through awakening our consciousness. When we allow ourselves to switch the Merkaba back on, it will start counter-rotating once again and help on all levels of healing and ascension. Now, to reignite the Merkaba, two main things need to occur. We need to experience unconditional love and know the divine love of self. So unconditional love and know the divine love of self. Without divine love, the Merkaba will act only as a machine and thus have limitations. To be able to move beyond our limitations, we need to learn to express love of self and universal love. So that's the connection right there we're just talking about. The second is to connect to our higher self, which can be achieved through awareness of the soul's journey. So this can be achieved through awareness, being aware of your soul's journey. Now that's really big, because you're conscious of your actions. You're conscious of your thoughts. You're conscious of your being. You're your own best friend. You're your own parent. You're also watching yourself like a movie, shaking your head sometimes, laughing at yourself. This is like you becoming whole is actually you feeling like you're becoming more than one person, and learning how to listen to those voices and connect them within and recognize who's speaking to you within. Now that sounds, oh, it's a schizophrenia. No, we have different voices we know within us that are connected to different vibrations. Which vibration is speaking to you? That's how you learn how are you running. You're mastering yourself. You're a vehicle. What vibration are you, so that you know how to drive yourself, so that you know how to, your own mechanics. What are your mechanics? Because you're going to heal now. And that's what we're doing right now, guys. We are being shown the divine love, and we are being shown a choice. The gift of life, our life itself. That's what we're doing right now. We're being shown the gift of our life itself. It's like we think our life should be perfect. We think our life should be it should be designed. But our life is a shape-shifting experience of creation. And it should not be that. It should be in the flow. And it should be true to our vibrations and expanding with our vibrations and our energy patterns and learning to allow ourselves to create with new ones and healing and the activation of that connection to that divine love and understanding the connection to the oneness, the connection to that compassion, the compassion of self and the compassion of everything within the universe. And that is a beautiful experience that is really connected to the light, but it's also like, whoa, like, whoa. And you guys, sometimes the light burns, but it burns to show us what we need to let go of. It's burning away what's lower vibrational, because as humans, we don't want to let go a lot of the times. We like what feels safe, and we need to let go of this fear. A lot of what we're letting go is the fear of death. The fear of death, the fear of pain, the fear of, what's going to happen next? What do people think? This is part of our expansion. Let's go. Getting too revved up over here. Now, Merkabahs allow us to shift through dimensions, access information from our ancestors and prior civilizations, and connect with higher realms, experiencing expanded awareness. So this is basically tied back into what I was talking about. For so long, I have been reading my pain story. I've been reading my story of what everyone else says to me. This is what this person thinks to me. Let me rate this down within. This is what I feel from this person. Let me rate this down within. Oh, I'm in pain. Let me rate this down within. And that energy is coming through. And now it's about, no, I've expanded my consciousness, my awareness. I can look at myself as though I'm in a movie, press pause, play, forward, backwards, whatever, so I decide. And now I can look at things and I can choose. I can make the choice of how to respond or allow myself to react. And now I'm going to allow myself to respond. And what is my story? What is my story? Everything has a beautiful moment within it. No matter what pain I'm experiencing, no matter what's happening, there's always a beautiful charge within the moment. Find it and vibrate there. Because this is your life. And you know what? If we don't 100% get there, we don't get upset with ourselves too. I'm not starting there. I'm starting here. It's incredible that that message of Atlantis was in here, because I was called to have these cards. As we know, if you're a twin flame joining me here as well, it is a belief and written in the Bible. And so I believe, as I understand, the Bible is written upon. There are truths within the Bible. We just know that it has been rewritten and rewritten over much time. But one of the things that's said within the Bible is there's 144,000 souls that before the apocalypse, before, there was the times of Atlantis we were thriving in, we were gifted the opportunity to come back here and build with our light in the golden ages for whatever reason. And that would be 72,000 divine masculines and 72,000 divine feminines. And this is what I believe in the research that I've come across and what I have done so far. And that would mean that we would have those charges. And remember, it's what energy you resonate with. We know that there's divine masculines that resonate with divine feminine and vice versa, but we both have the principles within us because we are all one. And that's really closing the gaps and understanding how to string concepts together and understand we're multidimensional. We got to take these concepts and build the layers with them. That's the foundations. So here, now we have our time. This is our time now to build with our lights, and we have those past energies present within our being, connected to our divine blueprints and our Akashic records, and we're going to build with that light. Part of it is allowing ourselves to allow some of these concepts now to be part of our beings, because we have been fooled. We haven't been told the truth, and now we have to find out what the truth is from within us. And there's the Hierophant. This is the times we are in. We're going to go within. And this is connected to our divine blueprint, and this is connected to our ancients. Our ancients are with us. Our angels are with us. It's like creation is with us. We're not alone right now. We're never alone. But I can feel the presence of divine help. Because we've brought the light so deep within the core, we've really allowed room for the divine to be here with us at a whole new level. We've allowed the divine within us, and now the divine will be without us as well. And we've got the Queen of Wands. That's beautiful. And there it is. There is that golden light brought deep within the core and coming without. And look at how it's connected to her crown. This is connected to freedom. And I can feel the fierceness within here, but the softening and the connection to the child. We've got the Nine of Wands. That's where I can feel the humbleness, that we understand the gifts of the divine light. We're walking our paths at a much slower pace now. And there it is, the Queen of Cups. We're connecting to our gifts, and we are having crown chakra activations as well as third eye, because this is connected to our third eye expansions. We've let go of what's lower vibrational, and we're connecting to a whole new level of light. It's like a beautiful, it's like a beautiful turquoisey, bright electric light. It's like, and it's within and without. And there's death. We freed the inner child from the darkness. We have inner child. And now we are expanding with the Queen of Pentacles. We're building with our light. We're transmuting through the darkness. We've transmuted our pain. We're understanding the gifts that transmuting our pain gives us. It's a tool. We don't let our pain and fear rule our lives. We use our tools out of our toolbox, and we transmute. We've brought within without. We've activated our divine blueprints on a whole new level. This is shedding of our skin. We are activated. And we are connected to life force energies. This is like we go from this energy to this energy through the freeing of the child. And there it is. It's connected to the Hangman. We're setting ourselves free from within. And the Lovers, reflecting the love back. Reflecting the love back from within, the creation of home within, freedom. A whole, loving ourselves when we look in the mirror. With the Page of Wands and the Hermit, and isn't that incredible? I thought that this said the Hermit, and it's the Hierophant. I could feel the energy of the Hermit within the card, and there it is. We brought the light deep within so the child can study now and expand. That's what we did. Higher self. And all this transformation, we brought the light deep within so the child has light now, and the child has light now to grow and expand. The child's creating now, and the child has the pen. The child has the pen. We did it. We did it. Birth of new life. Joining of the masculine and feminine energies. Seven of Pentacles in this deck is much different. It is the birth of new life. Justice restored. Because we had our ending to have our new beginning. That's beautiful. In its gorgeous, gorgeous energy, I can feel the healing and the creation of peace through the heart chakra and the third eye and the crown. But it is connected to the throat. It's connected to the throat chakra in a different way. I feel like this wasn't a spoken truth. This was a truth that was brought within and spoken within to the child. The truth was brought within and spoken to the child. And the truth that was spoken to the child within activated the child to pick up that pen and start reading and heal. And there was a thank you in there. And a whole bunch of I love yous. I love you, child. I'm setting you free. It's time for you to create. It's time for me to heal and expand. Because you matter, and your gift, just your gift of life, your breath, your energy, your patterns you're creating with, they matter. They mean something. More than any of this bullshit matrix crap we built, your energy and your patterns and your love and your light and even your darkness, it means something. What does it mean? What are you creating? You gotta find this out for you. And I'm excited to heal up, and I'm look at life with a whole new set of eyes from within. So I'm ready. I'm ready to go. But I'm always ready to go. I love building with my light. There's nothing like inspiring to heal, to grow, to make the change. And when you see the light on within people's eyes, radiating from their being, that's the magic, that's the gift. I won't be no walking, suffering zombie. Oh. Or, I'll be, ooh. Gotta get feeling better so I can go dance. Okay, what's being activated here? Talk to me. Plus, I miss reading the tarot. I miss you guys. That's why I'm back so quickly. But to be all fair, in my life, 2-3 days, that's a whole lifetime. You know, people talk to me like, you know, Nicole, it's only been a couple days. And I'm like, what? A couple days? Feels like a year. Feels like a year and a second. Wink of an eye. Yeah. These cards don't like me yet. Alrighty. We're ending strife. We know that. With the Prince of Discs. This is how so. And our virtue. I can see within this Prince of Discs the healing between the masculine and feminine energies. And there's a vulnerability now within the masculine. And within the feminine, there's a new sense of freedom because of the connection to the masculine. Allowing a new sense of feeling safe to be vulnerable. And it's like the yin and yang. It's like complete opposites. Like the masculine's feeling now safe. I can be vulnerable. I can be a little bit more feminine. And the feminine's feeling like, no, I'm feeling safe now because, you know, to show my vulnerability is actually a strength. And now I don't feel so insecure showing that side and rocking a little bit more of that masculinity within the femininity. And it's really creating the flow. It's beautiful. And this is allowing the masculine now to create within the void. I can see now the masculine's presence now of being a bigger part of what's being created. And it's connected. What we're all connecting is all connected to one another. What I'm building is connected with you. What you're building is connected with me. It's all intertwined. And we are moving away from worry. And we know why. The Queen of Swords. We've removed our masks. We're our authentic selves now. And there it is. Completion. With the Four of Wands and Truths. With the Ace. And the Victory. And this is the expansion now. This Victory is the expansion now of the light within, with that child having the pen. Okay, let's just get a message from our ancients. The Eight of Chalices. That's it. I can feel the connection to the masculine and feminine within that card. It's like they're both... It's like they're meeting there. They're meeting within this Eight of Cups card. They're meeting at a place of surrender, and it's creating harmony. It's like I just surrendered to the filling of the cup, and the feminine surrendering to the filling of the cup, and there's growth because of it. Because we're surrendering to filling the cup. With the High Priestess, as we become our own alchemists, And the Five of Swords, we end the pain. And there it is, the Sun, we expand. That's the inner child happy. I can see how right here, the masculine is connecting to the child. The animals, Mother Earth, creation with the 3 cups for the feminine, masculine, and child. And the feminine is in the resting and recouping in the 4 of Swords. And through this process, the feminine is within the 4 of Swords, even though she may not want to be there. I feel like the feminine doesn't want to be within the 4 of Swords. But it's connected to what the masculine's doing, and then there it is. There's the child and the lovers. The child. The 6 of Cups, I always think about the child here. The 6 of Cups and the lovers. And this is why. That's why we just need to be okay with being in the 4 of Swords. We need to be okay with recharging. Because there's the connection of the expansion and the alchemy of it. Like, I can see the alchemy of it within there. And it is connected to the Empress and the Wheel. It's connected to the Empress and the Wheel, and I feel like this is the message to the feminine. The Empress is saying, like, we're, like, hang tight here. We're birthing new life. The wheel's turning. But I feel like I need to just get a message here. Just a message for the feminine. And there it is. It's the 6 of Wands and the Hermit. It's confirmed. The 6 of Wands and the Hermit. And in this deck, the Hermit is connected to the fires within. And the alchemy of now the fire within. It's like our connection to the divine. I can feel like within this Hermit card, it's like you're the Hermit, but you're also the Magician. The Hermit and the Magician. And in this 6 of Wands, we're creating a connection. We're creating a connection. And here's Temperance, and I feel more than anything that this connection is a deeper connection to the light, our angelics, than the creation of peace. It's a new harmonic within us, a new frequency, a new tone. Gaia. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and the universe that birthed us all. And that's what I could see in this card, is the connection to that. And that's what we are doing here in this 6 of Wands and the Hermit. We are understanding this connection, and it's understanding us a deeper level of healing and expanding. And it is connected to the Four of Cups and the Eight of Cups. And that's what's making, it's like splitting the cups in half and putting them back together. So, I don't know how else to say this. It's like, we always return to wholeness, even if we separate. So it's like, we're one, we separate, but the way in which life works, we always return to our wholeness. We always return to one. And that's what I feel like is happening here. We separate, because here's the Four of Cups here, and I feel the presence here with this. So here's the feminine and the masculine, and we're separating to come back together. It's connected to the Seven of Pentacles. This is what we came here to create. We're doing it. We're coming together to create. It's even like, you know, my mom was telling me, she doesn't talk about the Bible very often because we grew up, our church was outdoors, but she's like, you know, I just remember the story of in the Bible, because I was talking about the twin flames and the 144,000 and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you know, it's written within that we were all one race, and then we were not living proper. We were just doing a lot of what we're doing now. So, there's a lot of things that were making us ill. So the divine split us apart into our different races and said, now I'll split you apart, but you'll find your way all back together as one. Because what we were doing was making us ill. And in splitting us apart to find our way back to the oneness, it was in the intention of healing. And really, I feel as though that's what's happening. We were split apart so we could go on this journey of experience, so we could understand. And now, as we're understanding and expanding our consciousness, we are all coming back into one. That is the goal. Not one race will prevail. We will come back together as one, healed and transformed from the sickness of ego. And ego is a sickness, you guys. And all these other little things that we talk about, like, oh, she drinks too much, she eats too much, she hides away, she doesn't take care of her kids, oh, she fights with her boyfriend too much, blah, blah, blah. Those are all just sicknesses of ego. Okay, they're all parts of the sickness of ego. They're the effects of it. And we fix the ego, we fix the source to the core, and we clear it all up. But we gotta heal, and we know then too, you know, our body wants to keep doing things long after we've tried to change with our minds. That's human nature. That's why sometimes we have to go through many tower moments. 396 hertz, liberate guilt and fear. And this is connected to one of our last readings, because this was sitting here and it was zinging at me, but we were running out of time. And I was like, no, if it's meant to be, it's going to have to come out. And here it is. Meant to be. Liberate guilt and fear. I release all guilt and fear from my cellular memory now. Are you ready to unshackle emotions that are holding you back and creating a block in your path to moving on? When this card shows itself, it is telling you it's time to release the fear and guilt you feel within your life. Guilt is a wasted emotion. That is energy in motion that is not serving us. It is time to turn grief into joy and liberate yourself from guilt and fear. It's time to turn guilt into joy. And we transmute that, and we do that by healing. And we do that by having self-compassion and being our own best friend. We create that reflection of love back within, and higher self is here with us, and the child is here, and we just reflect back love from the child to higher self. Hi, hi, hi. And it's love, and we're creating it. And then it goes without. And it allows us to have more tolerance within and without. By using these frequencies, we can enhance our senses and create a deeper connection to spirit. Every sound has a different vibration. The frequency of 396 Hertz carries the sound and vibration of UT. UT can help release you from feeling guilt and fear by allowing you to gently bring down the walls holding you to these emotions. As your defenses drop, this frequency can help remove the blockages that are stopping you from bringing some harmony, joy, and happiness into your life and ground them into your reality. This is all about mastering and living your own truths, your own personal journey. That's your own personal truths, your own personal journey. That's your own universe and the life within you. That's the life within you. Now, you use your truths and your own personal journey to self-fulfillment and discovery. You do so with an open heart and open mind. Know in life that obstacles are thrown into your path, and this is how we learn and recognize what needs to be changed and be done differently so we know for the next time. I believe that every crisis has a gift. Are you ready to discover the gift that awaits? We use meditation in bed, sitting in a quiet space. Focus on this sound. Repeat it over and over while focusing your intention of what you really want and release and bring about for yourself. Repeat the words. I release all guilt on a cellular memory now. I release all guilt and fear from my cellular memory now. Connected to the color red and 9. And that is what I was seeing here within our expansion. This is what we're doing. Through our death and transformation, it's time to liberate ourselves from our fear and guilt. It's time. This is the part of the expansion that we are in now. The liberation. And that allows that child to really have that pen with a whole new level of creation, because we are grounding our best lives. Our 10 of Pentacles and our 10 of Cups. We're creating and grounding our heavens on earth. Building with our light. Connected to the divine. Understanding that our love and our compassion and actually acting on it and doing the work is what's going to heal, and it matters. I want to thank you guys for joining me here. Please heal. That's why I was called to be here. We need healing. I myself need to go heal and recharge now after this. Thank you guys. Take care.